Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Borderlands Remastered. This is going to be the first episode of a full Let's Play that I'm going to be doing for this game, but as a change of pace, I'm actually going to be doing this series with my brother instead of playing solo like I normally do. He's the guy that got me into Borderlands initially, and we've been playing games together our entire lives, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy, because it's going to be a really fun series. Alright, Justin, are you ready?
I am ready.
For the adventures of Brick and Morty here in the original Borderlands, the remaster, the game we've waited so long for, the game that you got me into maybe 6 or 7 years ago when you said, you know what, Joe, I'm playing this game called Borderlands, you should try it out. And I'm like, you know what, Justin, I'll try that game out. And I liked it. Nick played with me, we had a ton of fun. And now here we are in 2019, ready for the remaster, though unfortunately, the remaster has some issues, which we'll be talking about here after Claptrap is done, giving us the heads-up display.
Communication device and heads-up display, provided free of charge
by the Doll Corporation. Again, it's really weird that I talked about this in my first impressions guide. How far into this are you, by the way? I know you played a little bit, just to see what things were like. How far did you get into it?
I didn't even kill anything. I walked up, changed my head skin, and then walked away.
Oh, you didn't even make it into Fyrestone or anything?
No, I only had a couple minutes to play before I get going.
Well, I did a first impressions run. I basically made it to Fyrestone, essentially, and that was pretty much all I did, right? But while I was there, I'm like, it's kind of weird that Claptrap, who's a Hyperion robot, it's kind of odd that he's giving us a doll heads-up display and stuff like that. But we're talking about some of the issues we've encountered so far with the remaster, and one of them would be the fact that I'm always talking in game chat. Now, it may actually have saved this time around. Let's see. My enable voice is turned off. So am I talking on your end right now?
Yeah, I can hear you on both.
See? Makes no sense. Also, if you try to change the resolution to be like 144 hertz, for example, it doesn't save, nor are they in like the proper orders. If you want to go like backwards and forwards or anything like that, it just doesn't work really. You have to go all the way through once again to try and get back to where you were. And for me personally, I want to be 1440p at 144 hertz. But even when you finally get to that section, then you hit escape. It's like, you want to save this? We're like, yes, we do. And then you go back to video, it defaults back to 60. It's it's a bit of an issue. But let's go ahead and get on top of the Fyrestone Motel, shall we? And hit up that chest. Now, I want to hear, though, because you're the guy that got me into Borderlands initially, and I had no idea when I first started playing that it would eventually become a game that I fell in love with. I ended up playing an absurd amount, right? It's a game that I put in well over 500 hours here on PC, and then probably another 200 or 300 hours on console. What made you initially want to play the original Borderlands game, and who was your first character?
The trailer. The trailer is what made me want to play it originally. I saw it on TV one day. I think this game came out in 2010?
2009. Right before 2010. It was like October, I want to say. October 2009. Right before MW2.
10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. I was 12. So I saw the trailer on TV, like actual, just sitting down watching cable, and I'm like, wow, that game looks awesome. And so I asked for it for Christmas, and actually, our dad got it for me for Christmas. And
oh, actually, I didn't know that part of the story. That's pretty cool. Now, what color scheme were we going with?
Oh gosh.
For me, it was red, black. That's what I always went with. I don't know why. It's always what I went with. We have Brick Finn. We've got beer goggles, which so far I'm rocking beer goggles. We've got skull cap, which is a terrible looking hat. We have the Law. I'm definitely using the Law. I'm just saying. Then we have Jossum. I'm going with the Law. And I want your opinion real quick. What do you think of the Law?
That's... You look like a stripper.
Freaking
like even the color scheme, the red. And...
Well, now I have to change the color scheme to more blue or something like that, I would say, right? Let's see.
I usually go black and white.
I am the Law. You go black and white. I went red and black, mostly. There's, like, no proper blue for this at all.
Yeah, there's light blue, and then there's...
Oh, no, not for me. It's all dark blue.
It's weird.
Oh, this sucks. There's not even a yellow. I can't match this really whatsoever. Either way, we'll just continue on here. But, yeah, I remember you saying, like, this game's really fun, and you should try it. I'm like, okay, I tried it, and I remember it taking me a while to get into. Like, initially, it's kind of a slow burn. Like, you start off, you're like, what the heck's this angel thing talking to me? We're on this bus. Who's Marcus? Who are these Vault Hunters? Like, I had no context of what was happening. But then we eventually make our way here into Fyrestone, and slowly but surely the game grew on me. Now, I know you don't watch a lot of videos I post on YouTube or anything, but yesterday, I mean, you had the original Borderlands disc for the 360, and your wife brought it over the other day, and so I got that disc, and I popped the disc in, and I started messing around on my very first character, and I went and re-explored the game on my first character, the first Mordecai that I made, that I played with Nick. I was like level 39, like I had some legendaries on me, I had some, it was just kind of cool to see like the build I went with. I hadn't signed into that character, because it shows your save. I hadn't signed into that character since 2013, and it was actually really... Yeah, I mean, it's probably the same thing for you. Like, I have the disc, though. You should definitely check it out and go back to your original Lilith and just see, you know, what guns you had, what build you went with. Now, you're playing as Mordecai. Go ahead.
I did that with Borderlands 2. I went back and played it on the 360 just to see what my characters were when we transferred our characters over to PC a while back.
Yep.
And I was actually astonished mostly by the graphics, because I didn't realize how bad the graphics were on the 360 compared to the PC. Like, you don't notice it when it's all you know.
It's actually awful. You go back now, it's legitimately terrible. Going back to the 360 version of the original Borderlands, it's like 30 FPS, and it can barely maintain all 30. It's super jagged, like all the edges are really bad looking. The FOV is super zoomed in. It's rough. It really is.
Awful.
Yeah, let's get this gate open here, Clappy. Also, we didn't really touch on this so far, but I talked about it in my first impressions. It's part of the loyalty rewards program, where if you played Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel on your account, then it gives you 75 golden keys as well as free legendaries, which is really weird. So for me personally, I'd love to hear what you have. I have the Sucker Punch. I imagine it's based on the characters that you're playing as, but actually maybe not, because I didn't have that sniper that you have on my test run. Yeah, I did. It was completely different, but I have the Sucker Punch, which is a repeater pistol that has plus 500% melee damage. And then I have Baja's Bigger Blaster, right? So good old TK apparently had a different gun. And by the way, these are Gearbox weapons. Like, that's the actual brand, apparently. And this one also gives me, like, 150% melee damage. So the game's kind of saying, hey, build melee, you're playing as Brick. That, I got kind of lucky. But what do you have? Actually, can you toss it on the ground, potentially, so we can take a peek?
Yeah, I'll show you the sniper. I don't know if it's luck or what, but I ended up getting this sniper, and it has 800%.
Silent Night? 800%? Now, I remember somebody telling me on Twitter that this will actually scale a little bit with you. Like, he said he was like level 12 or 13, and he was still like killing people decently easily with these weapons. 800% crit damage.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to carry me pretty far, actually, just because of the crit damage alone.
Yeah, see, part of me is like, should we even use the legendaries in this run? Then another part of me is like, I just did a one life challenge on this game. We just played through it. I did a full Let's Play as well. You know, it's not as if, you know, we're playing through a new game. This isn't new for either of us. Except for, I mean, you haven't played the game since, like... Yeah, you never played on PC. You played on 360. And you haven't played it in, you know, probably 7 years. Like, you know, 7, 8, maybe 9 years, something like that. It's been a long time, so... part of me says, you know, we should probably just use the legendaries, because why not? It's new content. Why not mess around with stuff? But another part of me as well is like, I want you to kind of lead the way. Oh, I can one-hit melee these guys. With my,
yeah, you have like a 400% melee gun.
I think it's like 500, but oh, they're hurting a lot. Oh, you, buddy.
I am missing. Wow. Trying to get headshots for that 800% critical damage, but...
What do you think of Angel? You see her right there?
Yeah, she looks completely different.
Yeah, they pixelated her quite a bit, which is actually a really good... I think it's a good change. You missed... Well, actually, no, you saw it when you did your initial, like, boot up. You saw her on the bus, where she's, like, you know, super zoomed in on your face, telling you not to make any moves or, you know, let people know that we can hear her, and it's pretty cool.
I was confused, because I'm like, was this actually how it looked? I didn't know if I was remembering it.
No. Back then, they basically just had Brittany Johnson, who's the voice actress / like actress of Angel. They had her just on your screen, essentially. It was just like a kind of like a camera that was kind of distorted, and now it's like actually pixelated, which is pretty cool.
Was she the one that was at the
Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
the expo that they had?
Yeah,
You know,
she was on stage like, this is our Angel. By the way, is the mission popping up for you right now?
Building 03 open, Dr. Zed talked to.
Yes, that's on your screen right now, right?
Yep.
One thing they didn't change, this was actually like, in the PC version previously, and I always wondered, like, are they going to change this? Like, what's going on with it? Try to scroll down on that mission. Would you like to read, like, what's at the bottom there? Is it working? Can you do it?
Yeah.
You can just scroll down with your mouse.
Yeah.
I can't. How's that work for you, but not me? Your mouse allows you to scroll up and down?
Click the down arrow first, and then you can scroll. I think.
What down arrow?
You see where it says "Give it a go" from the Switch? Right
I'm clicking. I'm clicking and I'm scrolling. Nothing's happening. I have to literally press page down. And this game is the only time ever I've had to use the page down or page up key in a game, or really in general. I'm at a computer like 8 hours a day, every day. I've never used those keys for anything until Borderlands 1, and now it's like still a thing here. That's freaking weird, man. That is very weird.
It is odd.
Oh, here he is, all remastered in all his glory.
See, I've never seen it on regular PC, so I don't even know the difference between what he looks like now compared to what he used to.
Oh, I'll give you back that 360 disc. You go back and you take a trip down memory lane.
I'm wondering if he looks any different on the enhanced version of PC compared to the regular version of PC.
Yeah, it's definitely noticeable.
All the healing you could ever want from a real doc. Thankfully, without the vault is a myth, you'll get yourself killed lecture.
I just love listening to him, man. Here's the thing, though. Dr. Zed, we've seen nothing about him so far regarding those trailers. But keep in mind, we'll turn this in real quick. But keep in mind that we're still 6 months away from the official release. The game, I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about today. Lots of stuff came out. I'm going to be making more videos on this stuff in the future as well. But, of course, we'll talk about it as part of the series. Confirmed release date, September 13th. I think you knew about that for Borderlands 3.
Yep.
But so far, we have not seen hide nor hair of Zed. We have seen Moxie, but we have not seen... Let's see. We have Gage who's missing, Krieg, Salvador. That might be it.
Yeah, I was wondering about Salvador. It's weird.
Nope, no Salvador.
The other ones.
Yeah, because initially we're like wondering if maybe just the DLC Vault Hunters. First level up, boys. I was wondering if maybe the DLC Vault Hunters were the ones that weren't going to be appearing. But Salvador's not there either.
Yeah, I have no idea. They never even show any of them in the Mask trailer either?
They did. In the Mask trailer, we see Maya. We also see Axton on the... Would you kindly give him a hand? I've dug around that trailer so much. It's on the left-hand side of the Mask, if you're looking at it. I have a super high-res version of it I can send over to you, by the way. Yeah, it's like somebody on Reddit, I don't know where they found it, but it's a super high-res version. You can zoom in real far and not lose too much quality. Axton is on the far left of the Mask. You can see him, like, his back is to you, but you can clearly see that it's him. Oh, you already went and grabbed it? Perfect. Yeah. 2 players is great. I can just stand here and dialogue all day while you do all the actual work. But yeah, you can see Axton, you can see Maya. But you don't see Salvador, which is really strange, and...
So he's not in the Mask trailer at all, and he's not been in any other trailers.
No, Salvador is virtually nowhere.
Zed or...
Neither Zed, neither is Krieg, and like, that's all I care about.
Krieg is your character, yes. I don't know why you like him so much, but it's good. It's good you got someone you like.
Yeah, I just ran towards him, and you just pop it. That was perfect. But what's cool to me about Krieg is, for starters, it's a unique play style, which actually I think he's going to be somewhat similar to how you play Brick in this game. I don't know. We'll have to wait until we're level 5 and beyond to start building into that. But I like playing melee. That was always really fun. But also, the idea of a psycho is so iconic in the Borderlands franchise. Like, you think of Borderlands, you think of psychos. Especially for me, like, the arid Badlands here in Fyrestone. This is my favorite place in all of Pandora and all of Borderlands, because this is like the very first experience you have with the entire series. So, when I could play as a psycho, and he was also hilarious, and he was also really good. Right, that's the thing, too. He's a really good character, especially for leveling.
I actually never played as him. I think I may have made a character and like messed around with him for a bit. I own the Psycho Pack, but never actually leveled up Psycho.
Hold on a second here. I'm going to try changing this option. I remember there was an option under game, and I'm going to go rotate minimap, because I find it odd that like the mini... Yeah, this way you're always facing forward on the minimap. I like that. That's a good option there. But, so what... It was actually Foxhound, my Borderlands 2 Let's Play, which, by the way, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Nearest Let's Plays. It's been a minute. You were there for the original Borderlands 2 series, at least the very beginning of it, but that was such a convoluted Let's Play. We started off on 360, where I was Zero, and you were Maya, right?
I'm assuming I was the Siren.
You're pretty much always the Siren. And then Nick was there as well. And then we got like partway through the game, and then we like stopped, like I've done with so many Let's Plays in the past. And then we picked it back up where at that point I stopped playing Zero and I was playing Axton, but we were at the same point in the story that we were before, where, where we left off. So we just kind of picked it back up, but I was a whole different character. And I think maybe Vicious or somebody was playing with us, or somebody new was there compared to previously. Go ahead and buy a shield here, by the way. And then we continued on. Then we stopped again, I think. And then we picked up the Let's Play again, but this time we were on PC, and I was playing as Krieg. And it was actually Foxhound.
I was able to play with you because at the time I didn't even have a gaming PC.
Yeah, you just had like a laptop that could barely run RuneScape. Oh, here's Angel. Or her eye, rather.
You'll need the aid of the people.
Jeez.
Helping Dr. Zed with his nine-toes problem is a good move.
So you were there for that, but it was actually, again, it was Foxhound who was the initial person who got me Krieg. He gifted it to me on Steam. Like, I was like, who am I gonna play? I thought I would just play Axton again, or maybe I was leaning towards playing Salvador just to be a gunzerker for something new. But I remember like wanting Krieg or saying something about Krieg, and he just gifted it to me. It wasn't like he was expensive or anything. I could have easily just been like, I'll drop the $5 or whatever it is and get him. But Foxhound gifted it to me, and I played Krieg, and it's been. The rest is history, as they say. But for you, you were in the very beginning of the Borderlands. Oh, come on. The melee time is so slow on this. You were part of the Borderlands 2 Let's Play at the very beginning. Then, you probably don't remember this, but I do, because I remember everything. And these videos actually got a decent amount of views, surprisingly. Can you remember off the top of your head what other series you were a part of here on the channel?
Left 4 Dead?
Oh, you do remember. Yep, the original Left 4 Dead. And those videos, randomly did pretty well. And it was a lot of fun, man, just playing through that. And just,
I think we did that on the 360 as well.
Oh, yeah. It was bad.
So long.
Now, you're of the mindset that Left 4 Dead 2 is better than the original. I firmly disagree. Even though Left 4 Dead 2 has all the content from Left 4 Dead 1, there's something about the original. Just like there's something about the original OG Borderlands versus Borderlands 2. It's more rough around the edges. It's old school. By the way, I've wanted to do this forever. Come on over this way.
Oh, no. We're going to the...
We're going to the arena. We don't have to fight each other or kill each other. It's Fyrestone Coliseum. We don't have to fight each other because we're going to try our best, it's going to be hard, to not die throughout the entirety of this series. So we probably shouldn't put each other down. But because there are two of us here, let's go. Oh, tournament style. See, because I've always played the game solo, I've never been able to see any of this. And by the way, notice how the little claptrap thing's got the boxing gloves? I've never seen that art before. That's freaking cool. 2 teams. Oh, we can't do anything more than that. You can also change your selections. Let's just go ahead.
Missing person. Do you see this?
No. Wait, hold on. It's on the wall. Oh, yeah, that's in the original game as well. It's a bit higher res here. Yeah, they have a bunch of little advertisements like that you can just kind of check out and take a peek at, which I think is really cool. I'm definitely a big fan of that. All right, all teams. How do I hit ready here? It says team selections. There we go. Now, can you hit ready? It says ready at the very bottom, but it doesn't give me an option to actually do anything.
I can't even open it while you're in there.
Oh, you can't hover over it with your mouse. I'm telling you, there's a bunch of little problems here that are definitely going to need to be addressed with a day 1 patch. We have to use the arrow keys to go down to ready. Go ahead and use now. Oh, prepare for combat, and we get teleported in.
It just threw me in here.
All right, I don't want. By the way, not looking to fight. I just want to explore.
I would have won, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got that sniper with 800% crit, 1 headshot, and although I have 500% melee damage, just saying.
Get that.
Yeah, we'll see. But I've heard. Oh yeah, check the map out. Zoom out on the mini map. It's shaped like a vault symbol, kind of. That's pretty cool. There's also no music in here, which is oddly quiet. And they used one of those wind turbines as a giant ceiling fan. That's so cool.
I never even noticed because I have been in here before, but it was on the 360, and I didn't notice that the mini-map was a vault symbol. That's actually really neat.
Okay, we have no grenade mods equipped right now, so let's just check out a little something here. Oh, toss, and... Oh, that was hard to get.
That hurt me.
Well, that's what you get for being so close to my grenade. We're also not used to... being enemies, essentially. But I wonder if you can grenade jump in this. I wonder if we can get outside of the arena. Can we get on top of places? How is all that going to work? How did I get hit from that?
We are taking damage for being in here too long.
Oh. Run out, maybe?
I forgot that was a thing. It's got an achievement for Can't We Get Beyond Thunderdome?
That's kind of a neat achievement.
Yep, you get an achievement. I don't know if that is for beating somebody in the Coliseum or if it's just for beating somebody in a duel in general.
I wonder. There was one. What game had? I'm thinking of WoW.
It's dark out here now.
It is dark out. It's apparently been a long time we were down there. I'm thinking of WoW though, because remember you get an achievement for winning a duel against somebody, and it changes based on each character. By the way, now can we just appreciate for a second? One, the high res. Well, that's awesome, but the high res nature of the signs, right? Get up real close, right? Sniper and everything. Just look how high res it is. No pixels, none of that. It's all here. It's all very good.
Original PC version.
Not so much. Little pixely, a little rough around the edges. Even though it's on PC, which is better than 360 or whatever, it's still pretty limited. I mean, the original game had a cap of 60 FPS. There was so many little problems, little glitches and stuff like that. Like for example, when you go to your weapon proficiencies, which by the way, we have proficiencies again.
I love that.
You couldn't hover over a sniper, which is annoying for you. You just couldn't hover over it. So you had to hover over it and then use the arrow keys to actually be able to check it out, which was, little bugs like
it was
that.
Just a bad port from the console.
Yeah, mostly. Ooh, talk to TK Baja at TK's Claim. Was it always called his claim? I like that.
No idea.
But real quick,
Now scram.
apparently he wants us to scram. But real quick here, I've got 74 golden keys. I know you have 75 golden keys. I'd like to see what we get here. Though chances are it's just going to be like decent.
Wow. 200% critical damage. That actually is probably better than my sniper rifle, even though mine's 800.
Well,
106% damage.
Well, you go ahead and have her. I'm sitting here thinking, like, how should we divvy up the weapons? You can have that one too. I'm like, how should we divvy up the weapons here for this playthrough? Like, am I taking shotguns and rocket launchers? Are you going to take sniper rifles and everything else? Like, how should we do that? And then some very interesting news was brought to my attention. Let's head over to TK here. And that news is, how do you feel about personal loot in Borderlands?
Oh, Borderlands 3, huh?
You heard it? Oh, did you hear about it?
Yeah, I did hear about it. I was reading some articles.
Okay, yeah, see, I didn't bring up anything to you today because, you were at work and we were going to be recording this tonight. And I'm like, well, I'm just not going to tell them anything that we've learned so far. Just because maybe we'll get his, first reaction. But there is going to be an option in Borderlands 3 for personal loot. So when you kill a boss, I can't even see this guy barely with my pistol from this far away. But there is going to be an option in Borderlands 3 when you're playing with people for bosses to drop you your own loot, essentially.
Yeah, you can opt out of it too and just go back to the way Borderlands 2 loot is.
Which I think I'll be doing that. For me, this sounds like a quality of life improvement for people who play online with random people, which we've experienced those players every now and then. We had that happen in Borderlands 2 occasionally where we would forget to make it friends only, then people would just randomly join. Most of the time, it was a Salvador with dual Norfleets, and I'm like, yeah, how'd you get those? But, people play that way, which is cool, so it gives them an option. Here he is. It's beautiful.
You? One more step and it'll be your last.
Me, whenever someone comes over.
The look on your face.
Now, I never noticed this, by the way. Never noticed it until Borderlands 2 with the Halloween DLC.
Off-worlder.
Aw.
How you liking our planet anyways?
That's like the most iconic quote for him right there.
Off-worlder.
But I
yeah.
never noticed how many jokes he makes about his own vision. It's always, did you see this? Did you see that? I saw you there. He's the town lookout in Hallowed Hollow. Like, these are all things I never realized. I never did. Nine Toes. Recover the stolen food items and return to TK Baja. So yeah, just little things like that I never actually noticed. But for me personally, the idea of personal loot in Borderlands, I'm all for it. I'm not against that really whatsoever. That's
I'm glad you can opt in and out of it.
exactly. I'm not going to use it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not using it because I'm only playing with you and probably Zach and Nick and the crew, right?
Half
Foxy.
the fun is fighting over the loot.
Yeah, Foxy and Shades and anyone that wants to play. Wildcat apparently wants to play this game, which is going to be fun. I think me, him, and Marksman are going to be making new characters, and I don't know if they want to stream it, if they're just going to play it off camera or what, but he apparently wants to play. Like, everyone I know wants to play that game, right? And I'm going to be playing with friends. I'm not playing with randoms, and so personal loot for me personally is not going to be an issue, right? Really whatsoever. So, but
Now,
I'm happy the option's there.
The big question is, do you get the exact loot or the same amount of loot? Because if you play with, if you're getting your own personal loot and that's turned on, then if one legendary drops, are you both going to get a legendary?
Can you trade a legendary?
I assume you can trade.
Okay, so
Are the same items going to drop?
I don't know. That's the
And
question.
if they do drop, if you are set up to the Borderlands 3 where everybody gets their own version of loot, are the same amount of loot, the same amount of items going to drop? If a boss drops 5 guns and you're playing the Borderlands 3 version, then is it going to drop 5 guns for both people, or is it going to drop like 2 guns for each person?
Oh, I only got 2. I only got 2 guns and some ammo. How come you get 5 guns? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, using it, got grenades. Go purchase a grenade mod at Marcus's shop here. Oh,
I've decided to reopen my Fyrestone franchise thanks to you. Head into town and buy some new gear.
I love Marcus. My donation, I don't know if you ever watch one of my live streams, whenever like a donation comes through, it says a fantastic day for capitalism, and Marcus's face pops up on the screen and everything. It's so good. But, oh yeah, it's really cool. But using Borderlands 2 just as the example, right? We kill Terramorphous. Let's say he drops like 20 guns. Is he always going to drop the same amount for everybody? And can that loot be traded with other people that were in the party with you when the boss went down? I mean, there's lots of questions right now. I'm not going to use it personally, but I wonder how that's going to potentially work out.
Yeah, I have, and you might end up using it, because if it's a better looting system and you end up getting more loot that way.
Oh, I would hate that.
Then, yeah.
That was a problem in World of Warcraft for a very long time. I mean, it still kind of is. It's to the point where whenever you're in a group, even with your own guild, or if you're in a random group, it's like, do we do personal loot? Do we do master loot? I mean, there's so many problems when it comes to looting and stuff. And this is obviously like a super iconic looter shooter. It's actually like the first looter shooter game out there. So I never purchased a grenade mod. After all this chat, let's go ahead and I can't afford that. What the heck? We got the ammo. We got grenades. I'm trying to scroll up here, but it just automatically scrolls back down to the bottom. The only thing in here is a grenade mod that's designed for level 16, and it costs like, yeah, what the?
I don't think we're supposed to start with grenades at this point in the game. I don't think we're supposed to have any.
No. I messed this up already. It says I'm carrying the maximum amount. How? Apparently I need to throw them. No, I messed this up when I did my one life challenge. We're only getting a grenade. Like, actual grenade. For some reason, we already had them. Don't know why. So toss your actual grenades right now. Just get rid of them. Then go in there and buy a grenade out of the vending machine. We're not buying a mod. I messed this up in my one life challenge as well. I'm like, there's one grenade mod. It's like 5 times as much money as I have. How is this supposed to work? No, we're buying grenades. But for some reason here in the remaster, they give us a grenade. That's odd.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the remaster or if it automatically starts up in your inventory because I don't know. I'm pretty sure we aren't even supposed to have grenades up to this point.
Because of the legacy rewards, right? We have been looting. Yeah. Oh, hello. All right.
Wow, they got close.
I'm going down. I really want to try building in the melee, but so far, I'm just not sure how well it's going to work. Because, like, you're going to be in the back with a sniper. I'm going to be running up, heave-hoeing, and I wonder if it's going to work. Because if I go down, you're going to have to get real close to revive and stuff.
You long range like you can in Borderlands 2.
Yeah, you play as Maya the Siren, so whenever I go down this creek, you just use your bubble, then bam, I'm back up. Got grenades. There we go. We've got them. 9 toes, take them down. Barricade destroyed. Ooh, we gotta go find the gun stash here. If we actually scroll down. It annoys me that my scroll button doesn't work, but yours apparently does. But we're going to hunt down 9 toes in Skag Gully. And we're gonna go look for his wife's favorite gun, which he put behind his wife's grave. Very sad stuff. But
I'm trying to find the keybind for your action skill.
Well, by default, it's gonna be F. But we don't have an action skill yet.
Vehicle boost. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, it's gonna be F, and you can't use the L obviously because we're not level 5. But so far,
I was gonna change it to F. I wasn't sure if it was by default or not because that's why I have it set to on Borderlands 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far, what are your impressions? What do you think of the remaster? So, as somebody who only played the game on 360 forever ago, and now you're playing it on PC, and not only are you playing it on PC, but you're playing the remaster. You're playing the best Borderlands 1 has ever looked ever.
It looks amazing, to be honest. it's weird because when I think back to playing on the 360, this is how I pictured it on the 360.
Oh, you don't have a
Because-
point of reference.
Yeah, because it was so long ago, and back then graphics were obviously nowhere near what they are today, and we didn't have a PC.
Mm-hmm.
So when I pictured Borderlands, I didn't picture it blurry and chopped up and
30
messed-
FPS.
Yeah, 30 FPS.
With a
I
field of
pictured it.
view of like 50, where you're like super zoomed in, the gun model's half the screen. Oh, we actually cut off TK there. But yeah, you have no point of reference, right? So what has to happen? I need to give you back that 360 disc. You just pop that in, and you take yourself a trip down memory lane. That's a pretty good shield in here. Costs a bit more than what I've got right now. But then again, we could also sell our legendaries. But then again, you only get like 500 for them.
Yeah, 500, and then all the whites we've been picking up are about 40.
I think you're doing a better job of actually picking them up because I don't really have a lot of those. Let's see. I can go ahead and sell. I've got the busted shotgun that I grabbed earlier. That's the only thing I have. And by the way, notice how there's a save, like a locked option, and then a junk option. You can junk a bunch of weapons and shields and stuff like that you don't want, and then you can sell them all at once with the delete key whenever you get inside the store here, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to take an insta-health, though. Get my health back up.